Welcome back to the healing space. This is part two of our conversation. Nobody loves exactly like you. In part one, we talked about how not everyone loves the way you love. We talked about the nurturers, the givers, the people who are always checking in, always showing up, and always making sure everyone else is okay. And we ended with one important question: who's showing up for me? Because sometimes the most painful realization isn't that people love differently. It's realizing that you've spent so much time pouring into others that you never stopped to ask whether anyone was pouring back into you. You answer the phone, you show up, you remember the important dates, you support people through their hardest moments, but when life gets heavy for you, who do you call? Who notices when you're struggling? Who checks on the person who's always checking on everybody else? Today, we're going to talk about something many people avoid asking themselves because the answer can be uncomfortable. Are you truly loved, or have you simply become useful? Because there is a difference, a big difference. Some people love you, some people need you. And sometimes those two things can look very similar until you stop giving and see what remains. Today, we're taking that conversation a step further. But let's talk about it, because sometimes the problem isn't that people love differently. Sometimes the problem is that we've mistaken being needed for being loved. Let's take this scenario: the birthday friend. You never forget birthdays. You plan surprises, send thoughtful gifts, write meaningful messages. When your birthday comes, most people don't remember. Some send a last minute text after seeing social media reminders. Others don't acknowledge it at all. You sit there wondering, how can people I care so deeply about put so little thought into me? The reality is, not everyone values relationships the way you do. Now, that's someone who is the nurturer in a one-sided romantic relationship. You're always the one asking, how was your day? Did you make it home safely? How are you feeling? You genuinely care about their emotional well-being. But then one day you're overwhelmed, stressed, and struggling. Days pass. They never ask if you're okay. Never notice you've withdrawn. Never check in. And you begin realizing that while you've been emotionally invested in them, they haven't been equally invested in you. Love should not feel empty. And I know there are a lot of people who would rather have something than nothing. A lot of people stay because they just want a warm body there. They don't want to feel alone. They don't want to start over. They don't want to accept that the relationship is draining them emotionally. So they settle. They normalize emotional neglect because at least someone is physically present. But in the end, is it worth it? Is it worth abandoning yourself just to avoid loneliness? Is it worth constantly overgiving or silently breaking inside? If you're that someone currently in a relationship or friendship that feels emotionally voided, I want you to ask yourself a few questions. Is this truly what I deserve? Have I endured so much hurt and disappointment that this treatment now feels normal? Have I accepted bare minimum behavior for so long that I can no longer identify what healthy love even looks like? Because healthy love does not leave you constantly questioning your worth. Healthy love pours back into you too. Sometimes healing begins when we stop expecting ourselves out of other people. Not everyone has your heart. Not everyone has your emotional depth. Not everyone has your level of compassion. And while that truth hurts, it can also free you. Because once you stop expecting people to love like you do, you start paying attention to what they actually give. You stop falling in love with potential. You stop making excuses for inconsistency. You stop overextending yourself trying to earn reciprocity. And most importantly, you start choosing yourself. Until next time, I'm Maya Soul. Keep healing, keep growing, and most importantly, keep choosing you.